What is up, everyone? Good evening. Yan. Napakaganda ng araw na to actually because alam ko you're very excited on what are we gonna be talking about tonight. So expect a very low tone voice tonight because um, very particular kami dito sa pag-uusapan namin ni Jake. But before I introduce him on the show, um, siguro some updates lang for what happened this week. Kind of bit, what, how should I say this? A bit of a timing, I guess, because lately I'm feeling that parang nagkaroon ako ng isang experience na hindi ko pa siya na-experience before. So like um I had to post this, and then nung nag-post ako, eventually parang may mga bashers na di ko alam kung mga bashers ko masasabi yan, but nagkaroon ng parang bad comments dun sa post na yun. And then eventually I was really shocked kasi may nag-approach sa akin, and then nung in-approach ako, I suddenly tinignan ko yun, and then yun nga, so that time na nakita ko yung comment na yun, sabi niya, parang nakalagay doon, parang sino ka ba, uh, anong kaya mong gawin, parang ganun yung thought nung comment. And then eventually I sat down for a while, and while I was observing yung comments, I suddenly sat down and just think. Nag-isip lang ako ng ilang segundo, ilang minuto, and then eventually naging okay ako. For some reason, I don't know what's going inside my mind that time, but um, probably it's about the choice I took rather, nung time na yon. And marami kasi parang ang ginawa ko nung time na yon, I asked myself, um, will this help me? Matutulungan ba ako netong comment na to? Is this constructive, or is this really subjective? And then eventually, nung nasagot ko siya na this comment won't help me anymore. I think it won't give me growth for me. And then I suddenly delete the post. And then I ask, no, yung kumausap sa akin, yung nag-approach sa akin, sinabi ko sa kanya na dinilit ko na yung post, and I decided not to, parang makipag-argue pa sa kanila because first of all, hindi ako yung type of guy na makikipag-argue pa sa social media. I mean, it's not really my thing. And I really don't care actually. To be honest, yun yung pinaka nasa isip ko nung time na I don't care. And I'm happy. Actually, that's the result. I'm happy. Kasi kung malungkot ako nung kinuha ko yung desisyon na yun, ibig sabihin may mali sa desisyon ko. Parang sabi ko, okay, bakit ako malungkot? Parang alam niyo na, 'di ba? So, yun na nga, that was really somewhat small for some people, pero sa akin iba kasi impact kasi first time. So, natutuwa lang ako kasi very timely. And then tonight, pag-uusapan natin is about Stoicism. So, I learned about this parang previously lang when I was browsing YouTube. May nakita ko Daily Stoic, and then I suddenly watched a few of their videos and observing no, kung paano niya dinedeliver, kung paano yung way niya na i-process yung mga bagay. Actually, I'm listening to their podcast like almost every day, and it really calms my soul, to be honest. It really calms my soul. And yeah, I think bago natin tawagin yung magiging guest natin for tonight. To everyone who wants to interact with us or you want to share your stories, and come on, let's try to have this conversation with you. Let us, Jake and I, have this conversation with you. So if you have any stories na mga medyo intense na nangyari sa life mo, either it's in your relationship, career, or your personal life, please let us know in the comments below. And yes, so our guest for tonight is none other than Jake Nunez. Hey Jake, what's up? What's up? What's up? You're on the
What's up,
show.
man? What's up, man? What's up, man?
Kamusta?
Hi,
Kamusta?
hi. Ayos lang, bro. Ayos lang.
Nice.
Good evening to all.
Uh-huh.
To all my friends and my fans.
Nice.
Charot lang. No. To all the like avid podcast listeners of AL.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be having a good night tonight. And
Yes.
take note lang, this is not a Papa Jack something
Yes.
kind of advice show, but this will be just, I think, will increase your positivity in life, I
Yeah.
hope. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect anything at all. But
Yes.
let's see what happens after this show. Yeah.
Yes. Nice, nice. So, sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala kay Jake, actually, we just met just a few weeks ago. I think a month ago. Tama ba ako?
Yeah, last month, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, actually yun. Sabi ko, nung pinost, actually nag-post ako ng mga topics ko for this. And then, nasa isip ko, walang kukuha ng Stoicism kasi feeling ko bago pa siya. Then eventually nagulat ako na nag-comment si Jake. So I had the chance na to have him on the show. So, yun. So Jake,
Yeah.
what are we gonna be talking about?
I don't know. No, you lead the way, man. It's your
uh,
show.
sure, sure.
I'll just support you whatever it is.
Okay, okay. Let's go. Let's do this. So, again, for you, simulan na lang natin sa baseline. No?
Sige.
Para sa'yo, ano ang pagiging stoic or stoicism?
This is based from my understanding. If you want to know
Mm-hmm.
about Stoicism, or just Google it. So basically, Stoicism is a philosophy on accepting everything that you see that you control and you
Mm-hmm.
cannot control in life. That is my own definition of Stoicism. It's a not showing everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not typically not showing everything, pero parang learning how to control your emotions
Mm-hmm.
to the public. And if there's any things that you're getting offended, or kung ano man yung nangyayari sa iyo, parang wala lang, parang chill lang, ganun. Parang
Mm-hmm.
wala lang. It doesn't necessarily dapat idaan mo lagi sa away or sa gulo. Yun. You just take it peacefully.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree. More of parang ano siya, yeah, tama ka. Accepting what is now, what is the
Yeah.
reality, and not to expect more of what should come.
Mm-hmm.
So para sa akin ganun yung pagkakaintindi ko, and the reason why we're talking about this is that um kanina lang habang nagre-reflect ako mga around this afternoon lang, mga around 4, I was just sitting and just thinking about things, and biglang pumasok sa isip ko yung episode last 4 episodes ata. I think episode 9, I guess, or I don't know. But it's about how to deal with criticism, and siguro dun muna tayo pumunta about work naman
Sige.
siguro. Simulan natin
Yeah.
sa work. Um, and pinag-usapan namin ni Bats noon. I think nakikinig siya. So hello Bats, kung nakikinig ka man, hello. Pinag-usapan namin is how to deal with criticism, and I know a lot of creatives are experiencing that kind of scenario like every day kasi para sa
Yeah.
akin napakahirap maging isang creative. And
Mm-hmm.
ganun ang perception ko kasi ang akala ng iba na pag creative ka, you're just gonna put colors on a canvas, put shapes and what, but it's something deeper. And
Yeah.
ayun nga, balik tayo doon. Parang kanina lang naisip ko, oo nga no, ano ba yung right way of thinking on how to process certain criticisms. Like, yung mga intense na criticism, like sinabi, napakapangit naman ng gawa mo, pakitapon na lang yan, hindi ko gusto yan. Parang
Yeah.
ganon.
Yeah,
Yun yung
yeah.
pinaka-harsh para sa akin. Ganon yung pinaka-harsh na, well, nabanggit din sa akin yun before. So, what is the right way of thinking in coping up with that kind of situation? Para sa'yo.
Um, yeah. I think kasi I've also experienced that kind of criticisms from, my previous work
Mm-hmm.
for the past 6 years. Before parang before ang ginagawa ko is I take it online, this social media warriors talking about
Mm-hmm.
for example, sinabihan mo ko na ang pangit ng gawa mo, ang pangit ng lahat ng pagkatao sa'yo, lahat pangit. What I do is just, I just post it online. Ganun ako
Mm-hmm.
before. Like, ano ba tong boss ko? Gato, ganyan, ganyan. Char, ganun. So, and then, parang na-realize ko later on, sabi ko, parang sayang pala yung oras
Mm-hmm.
na binubuo ko dito kung dito lang ako nakafocus instead of just thinking na pwede ko naman pala mag-improve and then you just have your own self-reflection na ano ba yung pagkakamali ko, so let's say let's have a scenario here na
Mm-hmm.
okay, you as the boss and then I'll be your associate, so you requested me to create a an ad for Facebook ad. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say, and then so I did everything. I did everything whatever it is on the brief, whatever the client requested, whatever the colors they want,
Mm-hmm.
lahat. I just followed everything, whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is on the brief, and then suddenly you came,
Yeah.
and then I already presented it to our boss no, to your like
Mm.
boss, yung parang ganun.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
parang itapos after ng presentation, the boss loves it, and then suddenly you came, and then sabihin mo, madami pa atang kailangan gawin dito. Pwede mo bang gawin to, gawin ganyan. Yung the typical the typical creative kupal, di ba?
Yeah, totoo.
Yung parang yung pag-iisip niya is parang maganda naman talaga siya pero kailangan may sabihin siya pero ganun. Anyways,
Mm.
then madami akong comments. Siyempre, parang ikaw, you did everything. Parang ako, parang I did everything on this design. Like,
Uh-huh.
everything is on point. Everything is on brief. And, I added some creative flair to it. And then sabi niya, pangit naman yan. And then, parang ngayon, what I do is just, I just shrug it off and, you know, take time to reflect on the design that I did, and then I'll just take a look if it's really necessary, but to first of all, you need to accept that criticism talaga.
Yes.
If yun talaga yung kailangan, you
Mm-hmm.
really need to accept whatever criticism that not just you, not just any people that na nagsasabi sa'yo, na nagkikriticize sa'yo. So you just have to accept it talaga. And
Mm-hmm.
then once you accept it, then it's time to have some self-reflection kung paano mo, kung ano ba talaga yung nagawa mong pagkakamali. Not just in design, but also in life. Parang
Mm-hmm.
ano ba yung pagkakamali ko sa buhay na tingin mong hindi ba talaga hindi ba talaga magandang tignan
Mm-hmm.
sa paningin ng tao, and then and then you try to solve it by yourself then,
Mm-hmm.
for me kasi parang ganun yung naging way ko on how to deal with those kind of situations, especially in criticisms, especially
Mm-hmm.
in our industry.
Yeah.
So syempre kung kung aasa ka sa ibang tao, syempre ako ayoko na ganun kasi I don't want to ruin their life. Not ruin necessarily, pero parang
Mm-hmm.
ayoko nang guluhin yung buhay nila because they have other things to do.
Yes.
So this is just me, and if I tried to control like my life,
Mm-hmm.
and yun. As of now, like, criticisms parang tinatawanan ko na lang siya. Tinatawanan ko na siya in a way na, okay, thank you for your criticism. I accept it, and then I will take a look upon sa sarili ko, ano ba yung
Mhm.
pagkakamali na nagawa ko sa isang design, sa buhay ko or
Mhm.
anything. And then if there are things that needs to be changed, then I will change. I'll just easily change it instead of just, pag pag sinabihan ka ng tao na pangit ka, magpo-post ka sa Facebook, magpo-post ka sa Twitter, magpo-post ka sa Instagram.
Mhm.
Yun yung yun yung mga nakikita ko in today's world.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, just shrug it off. If you want to drink beer, drink beer. If you want to drink a lot of coffee, go
Mhm.
ahead. It's your life. You just have to accept it because criticism is really part of everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I totally agree. Totoo yan. Actually, maganda yung sinabi mo na acceptance. It's really about accepting things the way it is. Kung ano yan ngayon, you just need to accept it. And
yeah,
that's life. I mean,
that's
um,
true.
life sucks in some ways. I mean, dadaan ka dyan. Dadaan at dadaan tayo na magiging ganyan yung buhay natin. Parang dadaan tayo sa tough times, dadaan naman tayo sa
Yeah,
masasayang pagkakataon ng life natin. But always remember that it is inevitable that you will na maka-experience tayo ng mga ganyang pagkakataon. Because it's really
yeah,
that's the balance eh. Para sa akin, it's somewhat balance. It balances the good. Parang ganon.
yeah. Totoo, totoo. And ano talaga siya. Parang weird siya kung di mo dadaanin yung failures mo.
Mhm.
'Di ba? Parang
Yeah.
kunyari, there's a situation wherein parang gusto mo itong nangyayari nito maging perfect sa lahat ng
Uh-huh.
aspeto.
Mhm.
And then if anything fails, like kahit slight failure lang, you will be
Mhm.
like, oh my God, bakit ganito din ba? Bad trip ka na lahat, masisira na buhay mo. Alam mo
Uh-huh.
yun? Parang, bakit ganun? Hindi, I really don't understand it.
Mhm.
Parang, kasama naman talaga dapat yung pagkakamali. I mean, I love failing. I
Mhm.
love failing. I love rejections. I
Nice.
love everything that is negative, but that doesn't mean I am pessimistic.
Uh-huh.
I'm a very optimistic person. Pero yun, what I do is like if I receive parang pag ganun yung mga situations, parang okay, failure lang naman yan eh. Madali naman maayos yan eh. Hindi naman tayo mamamatay dito.
Mm.
It's really simple lang naman for me, but I think for other people na siguro who are perfectionists in their own way,
Yeah.
I think mahirapan sila to adjust and to apply this philosophy called Stoicism.
Mhm.
It will be really hard for them to adjust, but it will take time.
Yes.
But I believe that they can do it. I
Mm.
think everyone can do it.
Yes, yes. I believe na talagang kaya talaga ng marami yan. And
Yeah.
um also naisip ko nga bigla eh. Parang ganyan din ako dati. I always expect. Siguro lalagay ko na lang doon. I do expect a lot. Way back a few years ago, parang dumaan ako sa phase na I'm expecting too much sa lahat
Mm-hmm.
ng taong malalapit sa akin. And
Mm-hmm.
it really bothers me whenever it it's not happening, like wala akong nare-receive or kahit
Yeah.
anong yung ine-expect mo hindi mo nakukuha.
Yeah.
And I suddenly had this just a few months ago lang this year, I suddenly had this personal reflection. And kinuha ko yung opportunity na yun na tignan kung ano ako dati and how does it affect my life. So, ganun nga, gaya ng sinasabi ko kanina, ganun ako dati na I really expect a lot from other people. And then suddenly, I changed. Parang nawala na
Yeah.
yung expectation ko sa ibang tao. I just suddenly um, live life to the fullest. Naging ganun yung ano ko,
That's true.
yung
Yeah.
perception ko. Sabi ko, why do I need to expect? Actually, may professor ako nung college na
Mm-hmm.
sinabi sa akin, alam mo, masakit mag-expect. Sabi ko, tanong ko sa kanya, bakit? Sabi niya, alam mo kung bakit? Kasi, um, nasa isip mo na eh, na makukuha mo siya. And, paano kung hindi nangyari?
Mhm.
Kaya nga sabi niya sa akin, oo nga no, sabi niya sa akin, kaya nga it's better not to expect more. Huwag ka na lang
Yes,
mag-expect. You know what
that
happens when
that is
you
true.
don't expect, you feel happy. Gumagaan yung buhay mo. Ganon. And
Sobrang totoo niyan. Sobrang totoo niyan.
yes, yes. And also, speaking of being emotional, ganyan din ako dati. Parang maliit na ano lang, kibot lang, parang sabihan lang yung gawa mo ng pangit. Kasi designer ako, you take pride to your craft eh. So,
Yeah.
sabihan lang na pangit yung gawa mo, parang sabi ko, parang ano na, way back, grabe pa ako magmuna. So, mumurahin ko talaga yan. Problema mo, ganun.
Oo, oo.
Ganun ako dati, parang I get my decisions right away because I'm really emotional. Parang yun yung pangit eh. I mean, kapag highly emotional ka na, your decisions get so easy. Parang, sige,
Yeah.
gawin na natin yan. Oo, parang ganun. Pag sinabi kong ayoko, ayoko. Pero eventually, marirealize mo, yung lahat na sinabi mo, may mga sinabi ko palang parang, ay, dapat pala hindi ko sinabi yun. Parang
Yeah.
ganun.
Yeah.
Parang, which is what I love about being stoic. Kasi, you came to, para sa akin, you came to analyze the situations first before you react doon sa
Yeah.
situation na yon. So, ganun yung nagiging perception ko ngayon. Nung natutunan ko yung philosophy about being stoic, yan. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, just to share. Ayun. Yes,
I think ano eh,
uh-huh.
parang ano, just to add what you've said, parang lahat naman siguro dadaan sa ganung phase na parang gusto mo darating lahat para sa lahat ng parang sinulat mo noon sa
Mm.
notebook nung college darating para sa pero pagdating ng once na nagka-work ka na hindi dumarating parang bakit di ganito. I was like that before nung college ako when I was
Uh-huh.
in fourth year.
Mhm.
I wasn't planning to do design at all. I was planning to do radio. I was planning really to do on radio. Um,
Wow.
I was going to be a radio DJ on this famous radio
Uh-huh.
station in Manila. I won't name it. Baka nakikinig siya. And then I really waited for almost 9 months. Yeah, 9 months
Mhm.
for that kasi he always texts me na Jake next week kita tayo. Then I go to the station that week and then
Uh-huh.
sabihin ilalagay ka lang namin sa weekenders. And then, okay, that's good. Hinihintay lang namin yung schedule kasi wala
Uh-huh.
kailangan mo ng kasama. And then, that has been like that for almost 9 months. And sobrang prepared ako noon. Like, ang plano ko dapat after college is radio DJ and I want to teach college subjects in my alma mater. But those two things didn't happen and at all. Like wala. As in my dream to become a radio DJ nawala siya.
Mhm.
And may become for me become a professor, a part-time professor in my alma mater. Like nawala siya at all after 5 tries ata. Yeah, I applied to my school 5 times and I was like, yung expression ko nun parang, ano ba to? Parang putya naman. Ito yung plano ko. Parang ano ba yung pagkamali ko dito?
Mm.
Parang, saan ba ako nagkamali? Bakit yung ibang tao nakapasok ako hindi? Parang
Mm.
ganun. Sobrang dinamdam ko yung 4 months and then when I got my first job in GMA na nga, I was like, fine,
Mm.
sige na nga, parang tanggapin ko na to kasi I really knew the job already that time. No?
Mm.
So, yun, yeah, yun. So, and then now parang pag na-reject na ako sa isang job application, I was like, okay, fine. Sige, fine lang. Okay lang. Ganyan talaga eh. You cannot control whatever the company is telling you.
Mm.
That is outside your control. The only control that you can do is improving your skills in design, improving everything that you can because you can control it. The things that you cannot control, wala ka na doon. It's not your fault din.
Yes.
Hindi mo rin kawalan na hindi ka nakapasok sa job na gusto mo, hindi mo kawalan na hindi ka na-accept sa school na gusto mong pasukan, hindi mo kawalan na hindi natuloy yung flight mo, gano'n. It's not your control talaga. Yun talaga yung tinadhana.
Yes.
And that is one of the principles din of Stoic. It's called amor fati. Everything is fate talaga. Yan.
Mm. Wow, that's nice. Actually, totoo yan. Totoo yan. Um, everyone, lahat ng mga tao dumadaan talaga sa ganun na
Yeah.
syempre may mga personal na dreams tayo sa sarili natin, may mga gusto tayo makamit. But sometimes it's just not happening. Parang it's just
Yeah.
the way it is. And tama yun. Parang siguro umiikot lang talaga sa acceptance. Like, accept who you are now. And then eventually, isa pa nga sa natutunan ko is yung self-discipline.
Yeah.
Pag stoic kang tao, parang you need to have this discipline inside of you. Kasi kapag walang disiplina, you can't think properly. Kasi for me,
Mm-hmm.
discipline, it's about um, taking things properly for me. Parang you need to be responsible on things na kung ano yung meron ka ngayon. And isa yon sa natutunan ko rin na we need to have this self-discipline. And ganun talaga eh.
Yeah.
Ganun talaga ang buhay. I mean, sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon. By the way, bago tayo mag-proceed, maraming bumati sa'yo.
Talaga ba?
Nakita mo ba?
Hindi,
Si
hindi, hindi, hindi.
from Mac Uy
Ha.
Rolorata, si Choco Jake ang laki-laki na. And from Jazz Agbunag, Go Jake
Oo.
daw, ayan. And from Sir Lay Melendres, nice one, Idol Jake.
Si Lay, Diyos ko po, Lay, kailangan dapat ikaw yung nandito, wala ako dapat dito. Dapat ikaw yung nandito kasi mas sikat ka sa akin, Brad.
Yeah, the founder of what do you call this? Doodle
Doodle
Arts,
Art
yes,
enthusiast, yeah.
enthusiast, yes, yeah.
Yeah, pero hi sa mga friends ko, kay Mac, kay Jasper, kay Bertie, yan. Lahat
Uh-huh.
na nag-watch, lahat. And to my girlfriend, hi babe, you're listening. Thank you for the support.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, well, ganyan talaga ang relationship.
that is true. Support each other.
Tama yon. Kasama yon. Kailangan may support kayo sa isa't isa. Tama yon.
Yep.
Mukhang doon na tayo dediretso sa susunod natin pag-uusapan na. Relationship. And, yan. Ito yung tanong ko sa'yo. How can you include stoicism inside relationship?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Like before when me and my girlfriend, kaka-on lang namin nun.
Mm-hmm.
So, we were adjusting kasi we were not we were not parang friends for a long time. So we only have a short span of time. Like naging friend I met her nung 2016. Sorry kung nagkamali ako. Wag mo akong pagalitan.
OMG.
Pero yun, we started as friends and then we met at a gym and then yun. And then may mga party kami, mga gym friends, gano'n. And then I met
Mm-hmm.
her. And then months after, naging kami
Excuse me.
ng June 24. And then at the same time, we are adjusting, to net good. Nandun na yung, habang naging kami, parang nagsisimula din kami to know each other then.
Mm-hmm.
So, nandun yung mga learnings ko about her and then she will learn more about me. The
Mm-hmm.
same thing. And then, there will be fights, there will be debate, there will be disagreements there between the two of us, which I think is very normal. And I think there are some things that, that is my fault, which is I truly accept it naman. Um, and if every time we fight and yeah, hindi talaga mawawala yung ano, yung emotion mo kasi lalo na pag when you start to get mad at all like, without thinking, without having a logic na, uy, tama ba tong ginagawa mo? Tama ba tong sasabihin mo? Tama ba tong action na ginagawa mo? First of all, kahit, syempre, you still need to respect the woman that, I'm currently with. Like, in this, it's not just for her then, no? It's also for everyone who, for every woman that I know that this is not the right word to say na para sa kanila. It will get, may ma-offense sila sa ganon, need to respect women. As a man, tayong dalawa, as a man, we need to respect women kahit despite the happenings na sinasabi sa atin sa mga lalaki na na like rapist tayo or masama tayong tao, but we just have to deal with it. But we just need to show them na hindi tayo ganun. So going back to our relationship to apply stoicism, so siguro right now we're not fighting anymore, thank God, because we're having a good relationship so far, and I love her so much. And uh, you just need to accept everything that you see in every challenge na dumarating sa inyong dalawa. So, yeah, before ako nagka-job noon, I've been unemployed for 8 months, like since last year, since November 2017, 2019 up until noon June. So I have a lot of problems at all. I have a lot of problems talaga. Like, ang dami kong patong-patong na debts noon, ang dami kong payments na kailangan bayaran. I have amortization of my car. Ang dami. I have to pay bills. I have to do this and do that. And then, dun time in November, because this is a typical is hindi hiring season for companies, and you need to do it for a year for next year na. So what she do is she support me. Like, kung ano lang yung kaya niya maibigay, she gives everything na makaya niya. Her job is a product manager, product engineer pala siya. But she's my confidante, budget, she's my budget girl. So she loves to account everything financially. So she support me na parang, babe, dapat ganito yung gastusin mo. Oh, dapat ganito yung ano lang mo. So yeah, that's what I love about her is that, she's very practical. She's very smart na I'm just so lucky that I'm with her kasi kung sa iba siguro baka baka single na ako. Baka sabihin, wala ka ng pere. Ganun. Yung mga ganun. Wala ka ng pera, paano mo mapakain yan? Spoiled, but I'm
Mm.
not. Good thing I haven't met any person like that. But anyways, yeah, I'm just so lucky that
Mhm.
to have her. And if we ever have any problems in terms of financial or may mga rough times din kami, we just deal with it together
Mhm.
and accept it kasi andyan na siya. Kasi kung di namin ina-accept at nandun pa rin kami sa phase na yun,
Yeah.
baka wala rin mangyari sa amin. But for 3 years of our relationship, everything is so solid.
Mhm.
Everything. Kumbaga parang sa bahay, parang nabuo na yung foundation, may semento na, nilagyan pa ng another layer of cement pa to solidify our relationship, which is
Mhm.
what we have right now.
Yes.
So parang ano na lang kami, but we're now in sync na parang, magkano kailangan mo? Ben, what do you need? Yun. Gawa mo ako ng budget plan. Okay. Sobrang in sync na kami na to the point na every time na may dadating na problems, whether hindi siya relationship, parang more of a situational life situation na parang nasa SLEX kami or NLEX,
Mhm.
as parang may parang may dadaan na kotse na magka-cut na gano'n, then
Mm.
parang bababangga ka. So parang before she was so ano, parang ano ba? And like now parang nandiyan lang siya, she just Facebooking us like okay ka lang. Yun, sobrang instinct na kami ngayon. Parang
Mhm.
1-2 punch na kami.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. It's so good. I love her so much. Thank you, babe, for choosing me. But yeah, everything is so chill right now. Everything. Wala. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's nice. That's so nice. Actually parang 'yan yung sa nakikita ko parang 'yan yung maturity sa relationship na
Yeah.
pero may tanong ako, paano mo malalaman kung stoic ang isang tao? Like it, kahit hindi yung partner mo, kahit ibang tao, how would you know?
Actually, ano siguro yung basis ko, if I see a person who is a stoic is very quiet,
Uh-huh.
hindi siya, siguro sa friends ko, siguro madali ko siya ma-identify because they're my friends, maybe, yun. They don't like bragging their achievements. They
Uh-huh.
don't like bragging anything at all. They're just quiet.
Mm.
Just like we talked about earlier before
Uh-huh.
we start the show na parang attitude niya is parang si Kawhi Leonard na
Ah.
sobrang tahimik lang pero he's so good at it, at
Mhm.
playing basketball and everything. And ano pa ba? Ano pa ba yung qualities of a stoic? Siguro ano, parang how should I say this? Parang ano, basta tahimik lang sila and if ever man na may nangyaring negative na nangyari sa kanila, it's either injury or wag
Mm.
naman sana. They just smile at it na parang, wala ganun talaga yung nangyari. Wala tayong magagawa dyan. Yung parang
Mm.
ganun. And then if there are any situations na kunyari, may nagsuntukan sa harap mo,
Uh-uh.
and you're just like in the corner, like, okay, ganun talaga eh. May mga ganun. Siguro, if we're gonna summarize it, siguro, they're just a quiet people who really embraces the circle of life.
Mhm.
Um, they just accept everything, whatever you see on earth.
Mhm.
And they just love people. They just love people, whether you're rich or you're poor, you're CEO of a company or you're a janitor.
Mhm.
Yun, for me, that's one of the criteria that I see if the person is a stoic talaga. Yun, yeah.
Nice, which is true. Actually, yan din yung nasa isip ko ngayon na um, isa siya sa mga basis ko rin na when I see a person that is so quiet, tapos makikita
Mm-hmm.
mo na lang siya, ang galing niya sa isang certain skill. Tapos sabi ko, oh,
Yeah.
tapos sabi, uy, grabe naman pala to. Ang tahimik niya. Marami akong kakilala. Well, most of them are artists. Para sa akin ganun ko naiisip. Kasi, pero may tanong pa ako. Do you think
uh,
na ang stoicism is kasi nakikita ko siya parang nasa introvert ano lang siya category. Can it be
mm,
on the extrovert category as well?
that's a good one. That's a good question. I think it can be.
Mhm.
Because one of the principles of Stoicism is, equal love to each other.
Mhm.
So, ako kasi parang I'm not really super extrovert, pero I'm in the middle. Yung
Mm.
tinatawag sila doon ambivert.
Ambivert.
I don't know if it's a real term or not kasi
Kaya
ang
nga
alam
eh.
ko lang is introvert, extrovert lang. So, yun. Anyways, parang, I'm introvert in terms of working is
Mhm.
my career, sa career ko. Like, gusto ko tahimik lang ako. Actually, yung Facebook page ko, like, I really don't like to have a Facebook page at all because
Mhm.
parang gusto ko tahimik lang pero parang nung time na unemployed ako, parang kailangan ko ng trabaho. So, ayoko na maging unemployed. So, yeah, that's why I continue my Facebook page. Pero yun, going back, um, yeah, it can be because kasi parang ano siya
Mm.
You can yun nga, sabi ko nga nila, equal love between one another. You can talk to people. You can still talk to people rin naman, you know,
Yes.
whether hindi talaga ano, siguro with this time, like this age, like people don't like to talk to each other really.
Yeah.
They just do this, you know, just do selfies and that's all. And then pag kunyari may nangyari is wala. You just type in and you don't, you know, you don't talk to each other, which is I don't like talaga. Gusto ko nagsasalita talaga. Gusto ko nagkakausap talaga. But
Uh-huh.
um siguro being an extrovert for stoicism, I think it's not to the extent na super extrovert kasi may super extrovert talaga na
Uh-huh.
kunyari pag tumahimik lang yung ano, yung crowd, biglang
Uh-huh.
mag-iingay agad. I don't think so. Siguro ano lang, siguro nasasabi ko magaling tumiming yung mga stoic, ganun. Sa
Ah,
mga situations, magaling silang tumiming like kunyari um it's either magsisimula ng conversation yung isang tao or ako. Depends on the topic.
yes.
Depends on the situation talaga.
Mhm.
Yan.
Yeah. Totoo. Well, para sa akin, it can go in both.
Yeah.
Both introvert and extrovert. Isa pa sa mga natutunan ko naman sa Stoicism, just want to share is um, to become more of a doer. Parang
Mhm.
hustle, ganun. Parang silently hustling, ganun.
Yeah.
In terms
Yeah.
of enhancing your skills in your craft, parang ganun ko siya na-imagine ngayon na dapat kapag if you consider yourself as a stoic person, um, alam mo yun eh. Feeling ko malalaman mo yun sa
Yeah.
sarili mo eh.
That's
Parang
true.
as we're having this conversation, parang sabi ko, I was having that kind of principle na rin pala before. So, probably I might consider myself as a stoic person na rin. So,
Yeah.
I mean, with this conversation that we're having, parang sabi ko, oo nga, no? Ang daming oo nga, no, doon sa isip ko ngayon. Sabi ko, ganito pala ako, ganito pala ako. So, I think this goes to a lot of people as well, especially mga nakikinig ngayon. Um, maybe you might consider yourself, everyone who's watching right now, maybe you might consider yourself as a stoic person. But ito yung pinag-uusapan namin is about the principles or how you process your thoughts about situations like this and that. Yung mga, normally kasi parang, ako ang basis ko rin eh, para masabi kong stoic ang isang tao, it's when you put him or her in a certain situation na napakahirap niyang malagpasan.
Yeah.
And that's when that's when courage comes eh. Parang you
Mhm.
would think about things na solutions instead of like bragging about the situation. Parang ganun ko siya na, parang kasi kanina nanonood din ako and isa sa mga napanood ko, ayun nga, basketball pinag-usapan natin kanina. So,
Yeah.
yung kay MJ, kay Michael Jordan, kanina lang napanood ko siya. Doon din sa Daily Stoic na uh, meron palang isang game siya na Chicago versus Utah Jazz. I think that was the
Mm.
finals na. And umaapoy siya ng lagnat bago siya
Yeah.
pumasok sa game.
Yeah.
But I think he got 38 points nung game na yon, and then the next game he got 41, I guess. Hindi ko maalala. But he got points. Parang biruin mo, parang sabi ko paano naman magagawa yon? I mean, you're like burning. Doon
Yeah.
nagkakasakit ka na, sobrang init mo na. I mean, paano mo magagawa yun sa loob ng isang game? Tapos finals pa, may pressure pa. I mean, kung ako yung nasa sitwasyon niya, I couldn't. I couldn't play that game. Hindi ako maglalaro sa
Yeah.
finals. But what's amazing is that I think they won. They won that
Yeah.
season ata against the Utah Jazz. So sabi ko, it's more it's about the mind, I should say. It's
Mhm.
about how parang mind over matter. Ganon.
Yeah.
Yeah, ganon ko siya na iintindihan ngayon na um anumang pain yung nararanasan mo physically, but when you think about that it's not it doesn't hurt, parang feeling ko ganon siya nag-work eh. Parang marami akong nakikitang ganyan na for example, just want to share, meron akong office mate
Mm-hmm.
before. Um, may sakit siya. Tapos ang work namin nun sa field, so I was a project coordinator sa isang telecommunications company. And then, nagfi-field kami. Tapos, tinanong ko siya, oh, kamusta nararamdaman mo? Sabi niya, ito, nilalagnat. Ha? Nalagnat ka pa niyan? Tapos, ang energetic niya tignan. Hindi pa siya umiinom ng gamot, pero ang energetic niya tignan. Sabi ko, paano mo nagagawa yan? Kasi ako hindi ko kaya. Nalalambot talaga ako kapag ganun. Hindi ako bumabangon.
Mm-hmm.
So, tinanong ko siya, paano mo nagagawa yan? Sabi niya, mind over matter. Yun yung sagot niya sa akin. I mean, it's all in the mind. Kapag inisip mong ah wala kang sakit, wala kang sakit. Kapag inisip mong hindi masakit, hindi masakit.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And just to add about that, it connects also to criticism. So yung last topic natin a while
Aha.
ago, and then connect mo siya ngayon. Oh, so let's say yun sinabihan ka nga na pangit yung gawa mo, and that criticism can be your fuel towards your being great.
Mhm.
Um, sa lahat ng sinasabi ng mga tao sa'yo, instead of posting it online,
Mhm.
instead of doing that, it can be your fuel for motivation. It can be your key to your success in life. Na parang tapos you're just doing it quietly, and then siguro after 2 to 3 years you've been great at any skills. And they were like, wow, bakit ka namin tinanggal sa trabaho? Parang ganun yung, tapos in your inner self, parang instead na sabi mo online na, stop that, parang sabi mo, di sarili mo na lang, di ba? You just be calm na dito. Parang, hala
Yeah.
nyo. Parang ganun na lang. And yun nga, dun sa mga bragging, like, we cannot control that.
Yes.
Kahit sabihin kong ayoko ng mga ganun, pero, wala tayong magagawa because that's how people wanted their life.
Mhm.
If they want that, sure, do it. If you want to brag it, like they want to do something, do it.
Mhm.
But for me kasi parang wala, I just silently do it. Before, like 2014, 15, I think. I was so fat, like so big. And then
Mhm.
I enrolled in a gym. And then like 3 months after, I got so thin. And then
Mhm.
people were like, oh my God, bakit sobrang payat mo na? Nag-a-addict ka ba? Ganon. So, ang naging fuel ko nun is ano na, is my health, is parang
Mhm.
nahirapan na ako, parang ayoko na, sakit na ng tuhod ko. So, yun. And then my tool for my fuel is my tool for it is going to the gym, and then the compliments are just a sprinkle of your great outcome na
Mhm.
pinaghirapan mo. You don't expect to have for me, I don't expect any compliments at all. Pero if there's any, like, of course, I appreciate everyone who compliments.
Mhm.
Pero sa loob-loob mo, you do it silently. And
Yes.
I think it's a good thing to just to remain quiet on your achievements, on or the things that you need to work on. For example, um, you want to work on building a house,
Mhm.
or buying a house, and then people see you as a meme poster, or palainom, or
Yeah.
kaya gito, palaaway. Pero the people don't know about it is that you're working underground for your better future.
Mhm.
And then siguro once you bought the house, and then once you take a picture of it, the people will get shocked about it. Sabihin, wow, paano mo nagawa yan? Is lasinggero ka. Di ba? You just work quietly, you know.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't like bragging anything online. I hate it. Like
Mhm.
every time like I post something, siguro out of ano na lang siya. Like if you're gonna see my Facebook page, promote it. I'm gonna promote it then.
Sure.
It talks, kung ano lang yung nasa isip ko, yun lang yung pina-content ko. I don't, um, so I just help the community, the design community in the Philippines because it needs help. Yun. Pero in terms of like bragging my works, bragging everything, like minsan nagki-cringe ako na parang hindi ko pa rin talaga kaya.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm just doing it like for example for my portfolio. Yeah, for example,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm in the future I'm planning to have a portfolio website which I think is very necessary for me for my work. Yun okay lang yun kasi it's ano it's a good thing for me as a UI UX designer to become to have a online portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Pero like bragging every time ng achievements ko, like I cannot do it. Like kahit nga ano kahit nga posting stories like I
Mm.
cannot do like daily posting stories.
Uh-huh.
Like how do you do that? Like I mean I'm not ano hindi ko naman like parang I don't take it negatively na parang how can you do that? Parang um madami pang kailangang ay hindi, I mean madami pa kayong harapin sa buhay and then
Yes.
you just take a selfie and stories. But I have I cannot control those kind of
Yes.
situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people want. That's what kung ano yung gusto talaga nila sa buhay nila. And yeah, that's life.
Yeah, that's life. Definitely, that's life. And but I was like listening to you, isang word pumasok sa isip ko. It's about patience. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we all need to be patient at some point because that's being stoic para sa akin na
Yeah.
patience is part of being stoic. I mean, hindi mo naman talaga makukuha lahat right on kung kailan mo siya gustong makuha. Eventually,
Yeah.
nangyayari lang siya minsan, pero madalas, hindi dun sa araw na ini-expect mong mangyari yon. And
Yeah.
it's really about patience. If you really want if you really want to work on our craft and want to be better on it, we just gotta do whatever we want to do. I mean,
Yeah.
we need to improve daily and come on, parang kahit ako pares nun tayo. Hindi rin ako ganun ka sanay mag-post araw-araw sa stories. Parang tama yung tanong mo, paano yun? Paano
Yeah.
yun? Paano nga ba? 'Di ba? Parang sabi ko, nga no. Hindi rin kasi ako ma-post ng achievements. Sobrang bibihira. Especially now in the digital age, parang feeling ko magiging trend yan na pati achievements mo ipopost mo,
Mm-hmm.
and then people would look at you as a very parang almost perfect person kasi ang dami mong achievements na nare-receive, no? But on the other side, paano kaya kapag nalaman mo na ito yung pinagdaanan niya? How would you like, would you still like praise this people na may mga achievements na gano'n? Parang mas nasasanay tayo na puro achievements yung nakikita natin. The reason why we're
Oh,
expecting more from ourselves na, nga, buti pa sila, nakuha nila yon. Teka lang, ako rin.
yeah.
Parang gano'n, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero pag stoic kang tao, you don't care actually.
Yeah.
That's the main point.
Don't
You don't
you
really
don't give
care.
a fuck at all. You don't give a
Yes.
fuck at all. Parang okay, you buy a new car, sure. You have a new iPhone 12 or iPhone 11, sure.
Yeah.
Hindi ko ikakagaling ng skills yan. Parang yun
Mm.
yung perception ko, but that's how people want it.
Yes.
Okay, if that's what you want, just do it.
Yes.
Parang ito lang yung lagi ko sinasabi sa mga friends ko na parang um in life do anything that you want as long as you
Yes.
don't do these things, don't kill people,
Uh-huh.
don't do drugs,
Uh-huh.
and don't disobey your parents.
Yes.
Those three things I always tell them to my friends who always ask me for advice.
Mm-hmm.
So yun, I don't like, wala akong pakialam sa buhay niyo kasi huwag niyo akong isali diyan. Parang gano'n.
Mm-hmm.
I will help you. Like, I will help you the best as I could. Pero, eto lang ang masasabi ko. Huwag mo lang gawin yung mga tatlong bagay na sinabi ko. Na I'm fine with it.
Uh-huh.
Kasi yung decision, kahit anong advice ng isang tao, whether ikaw sa mga friends mo, or sa girlfriend mo, or sa parents mo, or tas na ako, same then it's still, parang nakadepende pa rin sa kanila kung ano yung gagawin talaga nila. Kasi parang for me being a stoic is parang ano lang siya, um, if in terms of giving advices to people,
Mm.
we're I my perception kasi doon is you're just giving a push to that certain person na
Mhm.
nangangailangan ng tulong, but in the
Yes.
end but whatever decision that uh na naisip nila na gustong gawin, it's not our control anymore.
Yes.
Pero at least we try to help that person to become better, pero kung ayaw nila, it's not your fault.
Mm.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
So, yun. Yeah.
Yeah, totally true. Totoo 'yun. And also, everyone, wala po kaming kaaway.
Wala.
Wala po kaming
Um,
kaaway. Baka naisip nila, may mga kaaway kami, hindi po.
hindi.
It's just that this is how Stoicism works.
Ano lang siya parang, yeah, people who don't know about this philosophy will see Stoicism is parang, don't give a fuck on everything. Like, no, it's not. We care we care certain things only. Like, sobrang handful lang. We only care about certain things because hindi namin kayang pakialaman lahat ng nakikita mo sa mundo.
Mhm.
So, it's not like for example, like ano ba? Hindi you cannot control kasi everything eh. You have to remember, like, for people who are listening or watching who
Mhm.
wants to be a stoic, ito lang ang sabi ko sa inyo. Like, once you become a stoic and there's a situation na nakikita mo na parang ikakagalit mo, you just don't give a fuck about it.
Mhm.
Yun lang. Huwag mo lang pakialaman kasi parang ang isipin mo lang is, you self-improvement lang.
Yeah.
Kasi later on, mawawala na yan. Later on, you will die. Later
Mm.
on, you know, there are so many things around you na pwedeng mangyari sa'yo na maganda.
Yes.
Parang, there's so many things there's so many things ahead of you na
Yes.
naghihintay na sa'yo.
Mhm.
So instead of focusing on these things, on ranting every single day,
Mhm.
why don't you just focus on building your future and have a
Yes.
better life,
Yes.
yun yung kasi 'di ba, lalo na sa time na to, like in this pandemic, syempre we cannot go out, we cannot do anything, we cannot travel, we cannot do anything at all. We just stay at home usually. So, nakikita mo lang, besides from your family and friends siguro dito sa pamamahay is social media. So, everything that you see in social media right now is very toxic talaga. Sobrang toxic talaga. As in, mapapamura ka na lang every time na makakita ka ng isang toxic post. And lalo na if you see the comments. And for me, ako kasi, wala na akong, wala na akong pakialam dyan kasi it doesn't make my life improve. I just focus on things that I want. For example, like, siguro I just focus on my career. I just focus on my loved ones. Yeah, actually, yun na lang dalawa eh. And may self-improvement. Actually, yun na yung tatlo. And right now, I'm happy. Like, I am happy despite this pandemic. You know, alam mo yun, para I see a light. I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Ganun yung perception ko na parang, and then yung nasa tunnel yung mga social media toxic posts, tapos yung mga, minsan, sometimes, may mga tao na yung mga families nila toxic din, in which wala din tayong magagawa about them. Pero I see when you become a stoic, parang parang ano na siya, parang nakaganon na lang siya, na parang kabayo na meron kang suot sa ano, sa mata mo, and naka-focus ka na lang sa mga bagay na gusto mong mangyari sa buhay. And you will achieve it at not a short span of time, but ma-achieve mo siya bago ka mamatay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, being a stoic is you need just to focus on the things that
Mm-hmm.
are essential.
Yes.
And I think your life will improve. I
Yeah.
cannot promise that, it will depends on you, but
Mm-mm.
if any one of you is listening, like if you become a stoic talaga,
Mm-mm.
let us know. And
Yes.
then how did your life improve
Mm-mm.
after? Yeah.
Yes. That's nice. Sakto. Saktong-sakto. So, tama yun. I think that's Jake's advice to everyone who's watching now. And for me, it's just about acceptance, about humility, about wisdom, about having, I mean, parang yung wala kang pakialam sa mga bagay na just a sense of focus in life. You gotta focus on what you really love to do, on what you aim to do.
Mhm.
And yeah, this goes to a lot. Hindi lang designers, I mean to
Yeah.
everyone. And stoicism is really a good help if you would really take deeper into this kind of philosophy.
Mhm.
Mas makikita nyo na kung gaano kalaki ang naitutulong nito sa tao.
Yeah.
And just try. I should say, ang laki ng naitutulong nito. No matter what age you are, malaki ang tulong nito. I mean, this would really help somewhat yung mga nagkakaroon ng depression ngayon. Kasi syempre, yung daming nawalan ng trabaho. And I do understand. But yes, stoicism can help you. If you know how to handle life, this is it. This is the philosophy for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, speaking of like depression, like, let's just open up like this matter, because it's hard to tackle about depression and
Yeah.
everything. Pero siguro what we can do is to let's just open ourselves to the people who are in need.
Yes.
Because, like, if you have any problems, if you cannot say it online, and you have the confidence in telling your friends or people, just message your friends,
Yes.
message anyone, and just tell them that you need help.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that someone will pick you up, and just just do any help, like, kasi especially for, kasi what I can advise is, like, if you want to be a stoic talaga, you need to be open
Yes.
for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be open for criticism, for any feedbacks, and then
Yes.
you need to be open um, for for motivation, and then,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, changing that criticism to fuel that will motivate you in life, will change you 100%. I tell you guys, like, I'm not an evangelist here, but yeah, it make my life better.
Mm-mm.
And I don't want to, like, force all of you to to take stoicism in your daily life. I cannot do that. I'm not
Yes.
an expert. I'm not an expert in it at all. But yun lang. I think this show is more. It. Paano ba to? Like, this show will just boost you to deep dive into stoicism,
Mm-hmm.
and AL did a great job um in this show for
Mm-hmm.
tonight. And yeah, I hope many listeners right now will Google stoicism, kahit Google lang,
Yes.
actually, what good step na nga yun for you, you know.
Mm-mm.
And if you need any help, you could just message AL. You could message me on my fan page. Yeah, that's
Mm.
it. And yeah, and live like the fullest as they say. And I think
Mm.
it's true. Sobrang totoo talaga yun kasi kung hindi, tapos pag tumanda ka na, mariregret mo talaga yun, swear to God.
Yes.
Like, I see some articles online saying na nare-regret nila yung buhay nila kasi ganun yung buhay nila. Ganun yung buhay nila nung bata pa sila.
Mm.
Tapos ngayon parang nare-regret nila lang. Hindi ko nagawa at hindi ko nagawa yun. So, maybe what I could advise to the people is,
Mm.
bakit mo sasayangin yung buhay mo doing things that is not related to your improvement in life.
Mm-hmm.
Parang, I just just be happy
Yeah.
and be open about it. And, isipin mo na lang na madaming tao tutulong sa'yo. Yun
Yes.
parang yun talaga. Kahit nahihiya ka na, to approach a friend or someone, I think, it's good to open up with someone
Mm-hmm.
talaga. And if you have a problem in life, maybe we could help you,
Yes.
something like that. But yeah, live life to the fullest and take criticism as a fuel for your motivation. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So, before we end, well, ang dami nating advices pala, no?
Sige, sige.
Anything you want to
Dagdagan pa
say?
natin.
Anything you want to say, and then no, you can plug your page, Jake.
um, ano ba? How to end this? Sige. First of all, thank you, Ayel, for inviting me for in your show. It was a great conversation with you.
Thank you.
To all the listeners, to my friends, I'll check the comments later. I just want to focus on this one. Tignan ko yung comments nyo, magre-reply ako dun isa-isa. Pero maraming salamat sa sumuporta. Like, I didn't expect any of you, like, share or listen or watch at all. Pero sobrang I super appreciate it. Like, sabi ko na lang, once na nag-start na yung show, parang bala na kung ano yung mangyari. Because you cannot control that anymore. I cannot control that anymore. That's part of Stoicism then. And what I can advise to the people is huwag mong sayangin yung buhay mo kasi madami ka pang hahanapin na I'm pretty sure na mas maganda pa. Kasi in this year, just accept the fate na if there are things na there are situations na hindi mo talaga maayos pa, just leave it as is. Parang hayaan mo na siya and you can just move on and for you to improve life. And yun, I suggest you read some books, start to read books, start watching YouTube articles, YouTube videos on Stoicism, and maybe these videos or articles can help you change your life positively. But as I say, like every time I can say, like throughout the show, like I don't want to force you to become a stoic. I myself, like nagulat na lang ako, stoicism pala yung ginagawa ko na for the past years. Like sinabi ko kay Ayan kanina before we start the show, like I just know it when he posted that on that Facebook group. And I was like, oh nga pala, ginagawa ko na pala to. Then yun. Final words. There's so many things in life that you need to take. And love rejections, love failures, embrace criticisms. And if you do that, your life will be at peace. And um, pakialaman mo lang, dapat mong pakialaman lang na then remove all the things na, your, it may distract your improvement in life. And yun, always have a smile and talk to people, have an equal love with them. Kahit galit mo sila, kaibigan mo sila, kahit kagalit mo sila, kahit kabati mo sila, have an equal love with them. Kasi life is short and, do everything while you're alive. So that's it. And yeah,
Nice, nice. Thank you, Jake. So, I'm taking the stage. Muna sa lahat, maraming maraming salamat sa mga nakasama namin ni Jake tonight. Especially lahat ng mga friends niya. Just want to thank you all for supporting us, and sa lahat din ng mga viewers namin ngayon na hindi ko hindi ko makita yung names niyo. So, thank you, but I really do appreciate this. And also, gusto ko lang i-plug. Hindi pala i-plug. Um, I was hoping to have Lay Melendres soon in this show. So I'm really opportunity. I'm really waiting for that opportunity to happen. So sana soonest Sir Lay Melendres will be on my show. And yes, again, thank you. Thank you so much, Jake, for joining us and yeah, having this conversation with you. And it's been fun. Magkaroon ako ng other perspective in Stoicism. So, I learned a lot from you as well. So, maraming maraming salamat. Also, um, again, thank you so much. And also, if you love this podcast, you can share this to everyone na you feel like they needed a little bit boost, ma-enlighten man lang sila. I think this would help. And yes, again, thank you, by the way. Hindi pala ako nagpakilala kanina. My name is Eyel. I'm a designer. I'm a designer and creative lead. And again, mag-ingat kayo. And always, just my takeaway for tonight. Live life to the fullest. So again, good night everyone, and God bless us all.